Welcome to a short video edition of the Bulletin from the Ontario Libertarian Party. For those in the back row and unaware, the Bulletin is the name of our long-running quarterly newsletter, which is freely distributed to party members. Over the coming weeks and months, we'll introduce people, ideas, and practical solutions to counter the ever-growing threat we're facing from big government. In this segment, we're pleased to introduce researcher, author, and longtime liberty advocate Gene Balfour. Thanks for watching, and let us know what you think in the comments.
So howdy, folks. My name is Gene Balfour. I've been with the Ontario Libertarian Party since 2007, so I'm one of the old-timers, and you can tell by the color of my hair and beard. I have a strong interest in climate change, and in fact, what I'm going to talk about now is the book I wrote last year, just about the same time last year. And this book is a libertarian book. There's not too many libertarian books that have been written by libertarian authors in this country, and I am proud to be one of them. So this book is called What to Do About Climate Change, a Libertarian Proposal. And it's only available on Kindle on Amazon. I did not want to put it on hardcover books. And one of the reasons for it is because when you've been in a libertarian movement as long as I have, you realize how your language can be hijacked by other people, and they can try to interpret what you're trying to tell them. So I don't like people hijacking what I'm trying to say, so I put links all over my book so that people will know exactly what I'm trying to say. So what you'll find is it actually is a proposal. It's a libertarian proposal, and it's based on the very core principle of the party, which is we believe in freedom of informed choice. And I say informed because we live in the digital age now, and we're swamped with information. So any decision that anybody makes these days, we have almost infinite sources of information to go to. But what it does is, the first 3 chapters are the important ones, and that would probably take you 60 pages if you decide to read it. What it does is it lays out what the issue is about climate change. And of course, most people realize that climate change is based on this idea that CO2 emissions and greenhouse gas emissions are going to cause the planet to go topsy-turvy at some point. And I don't happen to believe that, but there are some people who do. And being a libertarian, I believe they have the right to believe that if that's what they want to do. So what I've done is I've created an idea that requires absolutely no government involvement whatsoever. So we're trying to get the government out of the climate change business entirely, but this is just one step towards doing that. It provides a mechanism, a free market mechanism, to be able to raise money so that people who want to curb CO2 emissions in industrial plants will be able to fundraise it and then be able to use that money to be able to help industrial plants to bring in an engineering firm that can help them reduce their energy utilization and their CO2 emissions. The third chapter is basically what I call a SWOT analysis. What it does is it evaluates the strengths, the weaknesses, the opportunities, and the threats of the idea. What I find with propaganda is that propaganda to me is getting information with only a single narrative, and I don't like that. So I do SWOT analysis because I want to look at every idea from as many different angles as I can. So that's the first 3 chapters and the first part of the book. The second part would be another 7, another 7. Yeah, I got that. I got that. Another 7 chapters that really lays out the background issues that we are facing as a society today, of which climate change is only one of them. And I'll give you that perspective. So that's what I do. That's what I've done. I also write a Substack, which is an online platform for writers like me. I've written something like 350 Substack posts over the last 2 years. A lot of them have to do with climate change, but it also has to do with other things that are very much of interest to libertarians in general. And so today I just want to let everybody know that I'm out there doing that, and I'm hoping that you'll go to substack.com. And when you go there, you can put in 3 words for searching my bulletin. It's called My Life Lens. Just 3 words, My Life Lens. You do that, you'll find everything I'm writing, and you're going to see probably 3 or 4, maybe 5 posts a week because that's how much I do. I was going to get my cat in here. I was going to get the cat to chase the mice, but unfortunately I have no mice, so the cat didn't come in here. So you guys don't, there we go. Hey, get in here, Weddington. I saw a mouse. Other than that, I've been in the Libertarian Party, as I say, for a long time, and I've been a candidate in 10 elections. So that would be 7 elections for the Ontario Libertarian Party, and 2 for the Federal Libertarian Party, and 1 for the People's Party of Canada, where I think I got a little bit off track there. But anyhow, I did it. I think it was a good experience. And I do this because I have this one fundamental belief that I tell everybody. And they ask me why I do something as crazy as running in elections. And the reason why I do it is very simple. I don't believe that we live in a democracy unless every citizen can go to the polls and has the choice on the ballot to shrink the size, the cost, and the scope of authority of our governments. If we don't have that choice, there is no democracy. And as far as I'm concerned, because we've been running elections for a long time, and it's really hard to find people that will actually vote for the Libertarian Party, and it's hard to find people who will actually run as candidates, as I've done. I think that we're losing our democracy slowly but surely, and I think what I really would hope to do is that this podcast series will get people interested in joining what we're doing, and trying to get more people on the ballot, trying to get more people to represent those ideas so they're publicly available for choice. Fundraising would certainly not be a bad thing either, because I know that every election campaign is expensive. In the very first election I ran in, there was a conservative. This is in Thornhill, where I used to live, and the conservative was telling me that he had a budget of $250,000 and a team of 40 volunteers to run his campaign. And then he turned to me and says, "Well, tell me, Gene, how many do you have, and how much money have you raised?" And I looked at him. And I started laughing, kind of like I am right now.
I'd like to thank Gene for taking the time today. Stay tuned, there's more to come. Again, thanks for watching.